All right, guys, welcome to Git Bit, the Blurred podcast for blurs, and nerds to enjoy. I am your host, the most Will Buchanan, and I do got a special guest with me today, Chad. Chad, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And on Git Bit, we do cover everything from the pop culture of the world. That means video games, that means anime, super television, and whatever really comes up. So I got actually Chad with me, and Chad got scoot over a little bit, dude, because I didn't take into account about the camera. So Chad's gonna be Chad's gonna be riding co-pilot with me on this one. So with that being said, this is a family-friendly podcast. We will try to watch our language, but sometimes there is gonna be some trailers that we may show that may be a bit graphic, so viewer discretion is advised. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the Xbox Series X. Chad, do you want an Xbox Series X?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's going to be a little hard for you right now to get one, and the reason being is because right now, Xbox Series X has some stock issues. Basically, they don't have enough. They're actually running out of. They're trying to sit there and tell us that if you already have an Xbox Series X, cool. But if you don't have one or don't have a PS5, it may be a little bit later in the year to where you actually get another one. Probably more than March. Probably more than actually April or May at this point.
No.
Yeah, April.
That's just upsetting.
Well, yeah, I guess it can be upsetting, but yeah. So we probably won't be seeing a full stock of Xbox Series X's or PlayStation 5s until probably the middle of the year, which is usually the case in this situation. But like I said, it's just one of those things that we just got to deal with, because I know I want an Xbox Series X, and I know you just got an Xbox One.
I want an Xbox Series X too.
You just want every system, don't you?
No, I don't.
I'd have been proud of you. Said yes.
I'll take an Xbox One and an Xbox Series X and a PS5. Those are the only systems that I will take.
So you already wait. You want an Xbox Series X and then you want a PlayStation 5.
Yes.
Well, can't knock you for that. You got good taste. But beyond that, like I said, guys, that's really the stocking stories that we have so far. Also, another thing I know Chad knows. So, Chad, have you seen Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes, I have.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay. So, if you liked it, did you know they're coming out with a sequel?
Yes!
I figured you'd be happy about that. And everybody else, if you haven't noticed, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will begin filming very soon. It was been said that they will go ahead and actually do a sequel because after the first one, in which everybody kind of hated the first Sonic that came out.
What?
And they did. They didn't like how Sonic looked. So they did a whole bunch of complaining, and lo and behold, they went back and redid Sonic, and the movie was a hit. So now they are actually going to come back and do a sequel, which won't be released until 2022. So you gotta wait about a year. Yep, you gotta wait about a year. But waiting is good. Because we got COVID. We have COVID going on, so you're not going to get the movie as quickly as you think you're going to get it. So, but I did like Sonic, and I guess, of course, Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik was my favorite.
I know.
He was the one that stole the show for me. But again, like I said before, that's another movie that's actually coming out. And actually, Chad,
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Do something.
You're going to leave me in the middle of a podcast?
No.
You left me in the middle of a podcast. Well, you don't really want to say that on recorded television, but all right. Well, as my co-star will be coming back. Let me go ahead and get in some new games. For that being said, guys, if you there is one game that actually has a DLC coming out called if you haven't played Immortals Fenyx Rising, it is on my to-do list of gaming. I have yet to play it, but I really want to play it, especially now with the new DLC they have coming out called The New God. Check it out.
Fenyx. You have earned admittance to Olympus. However, there are those here that say you are also worthy of a seat in the inner circle of the Pantheon.
I came here because I want to help the world and its people. If a seat here will help me to do that...
Yeah. Helping others, yada yada. You're super selfless. I get it. Each god will have challenges for you.
Crush these initiations like unworthy enemies.
Finally, you will undertake a trial of blessing. earn the blessing of each god, and then return. It's time, Phoenix. Prepare yourself and claim your place among us.
Screen to get back. There we go. So that was actually the new DLC of a new god for Phoenix Rising, for Immortals Fenyx Rising. And Chad, you were just saying that you wanted to play that, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I haven't played it myself. It's on my to-do list, because we gotta be adults. Adults gotta make sure bills and stuff are paid first when we get to play it. But if you did like Immortals Fenyx Rising, let me know in the comments what you thought about it, and if you're gonna be playing a new God DLC, as that's just one of others that are included with the season pass. So if you have played it, then definitely let me know what you think. Also, Jay, let me ask you a question. Let's see. Do you know about the Mighty Ducks?
Mighty Ducks.
Have you ever heard the Mighty Ducks?
No.
Oh, wow. You've never heard the Mighty Ducks, except not even the cartoon? Oh,
No.
wow. We gotta rectify that.
Help me.
No, it's not your fault. You're not even above 8. So, wow, there are so many movies. But for all those that have actually seen the Mighty Ducks, especially my age, and seen the cartoons, which we gotta rectify that with you, dude, because you're missing out. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. You are missing out on treasures right now. But that's okay.
I've seen this one cartoon on Disney XD, and it involved ducks with
Is it Darkwing Duck?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Nothing wrong with Darkwing Duck, but this is kind of different than Darkwing Duck. So we gotta introduce you to the Mighty Ducks. But anyway, for all those that, like I said, grew up in my generation on Mighty Ducks, there was actually a trailer that came out for this, and the little kid in me screamed out when I saw this.
I gotta cut you. If you can't be great at hockey, it's like, don't bother.
I want you to think about all the other kids who've been told that they're too small or too slow. They just want to get out there and play. Let's start our own team. All we need is an ice rink.
You lost? So if you're looking at red skates, that's up front.
Tell me the underdogs are gonna come through in the end.
You gotta make this happen for yourself. Why do you care so much?
Because you care.
These were actual ducks.
No, it's about hockey. And
Hockey.
Yes, it is about hockey. Oh, we have so got to watch the Mighty Ducks after all this is said and done. But for everybody else, for members of the Mighty Ducks and members of the movies, there is actually this is actually called the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Instead of a movie, it's actually going to be a series. So it's going to be interesting to see how Emilio Estevez, who will probably be Gordon Bombay, and the fact that the Ducks are kind of like the bad guys if you think about it, because they were all wearing Ducks colors and telling other people that they're not good. And I'm just thinking to myself, is this the movie where the Mighty Ducks go terribly, terribly bad? So it is interesting to see what they'll do with it. I'm looking forward to it on March the 26th. So with that also being said, I'm just looking forward to it because, like I said before, it's going to be an interesting series. And if you're like me, and I got to show Chad here about the Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
It's not bad. You've never seen it. It's like there is a lot of stuff on Disney Plus we got to show you that I did not know that you did not know. But again, it's cool. It's in. You know what? It's just like Star Wars. You know how we watched the entire thing of Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? You didn't like Star Wars?
I do like Star Wars.
You had that look in your face like, yeah.
That's the whole reason why this is right under the trailer.
This
is the whole reason why that was right on the trailer.
Fair enough. But again, that, like I said, that was the Mighty Ducks Game Changers coming out. Also, I did want to give a quick review about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. If you have not seen it, it did disappear from PlayStation and Xbox for a while, but it actually did come back, and I played it. And if you haven't seen it, this is actually the trailer for it. Okay, so that was actually the trailer for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World game. Like I said, it's an old game. It actually came out this holiday season last year. I just recently played it because, like I said, I missed out on it. But again, if you're a fan of 2D side scrollers, again, that plays up to 4 people. So 4 people can play on this game at any given time. So if you've played the 2D side scrollers, you've played really Battletoads or Streets of Rage 4 recently, you're gonna love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I have nothing bad to say about this game. It is definitely challenging and it is definitely fun. So again, if you have not done it, you definitely should. I know, Chad, one day when we get you off Fortnite, we'll actually play Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
I'm stuck with Fortnite.
You like
no
Fortnite.
No one can get me off Fortnite.
You played Fortnite. You just got through playing Battle. You got through playing Battle Lab before I got back.
No one can stop me from getting done from playing Fortnite because my main goal is to reach level 370, and then I will stop playing Fortnite.
You want to reach a level and stop playing. Okay, well, that's goals, I guess. But moving right along, guys, we got to talk about Black Widow. Which Black Widow, you say that, it's getting delayed again. It's actually getting pushed back to later in 2021. It was originally supposed to have a release date in May 2020, but it will not come out until potentially later in 2021. Again, this is due to COVID. Because Marvel is not wanting to put this on Disney Plus. I have been saying this whole entire time about the COVID situation. COVID right now is making a lot of movie companies really rethink how they're releasing movies. Keep in mind, Warner Brothers has already sat there and made the decision that every one of their movies is going to be released in theaters and also on HBO Max. That's how you're able to see Wonder Woman 84. And with Black Widow, because that's going to be Scarlett Johansson's first female movie coming out, it could actually be, like I said before, I don't see us being back in the movie theaters anytime soon. So I think that Disney Plus may call an audible, and it might be one of those exclusive things like they did with Mulan. But Mulan, paying $40 just to watch a movie once, it doesn't really add up. Yeah. What do you get those odds for? You didn't pay $40.
Mulan is on Disney Plus.
Now
when it came out, it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah, now. But before, when it first came out, you had to pay $40 to watch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
They should have lowered the price to 20. I'm fine with 20.
Are you wait? Are you paying? If
Yes.
so, then when Black Widow comes out, you're paying for it?
Yes.
Can I hold you to that?
Yes.
I see your piggy bank. I'm just asking.
Where do you see my piggy bank? Where do you see my piggy bank?
I'm not gonna say it's on live broadcast where I seen your piggy bank. I just asked you, are you gonna pay for Black Widow when it comes out? Thought so.
Well, you've been to my house.
Thought so. With that also being said, guys, like I said before, I guess you heard it, and your mama heard it too, so you paying for Black Widow when it comes out. But with that also being said, guys, let's also move on to other movie news as well. For the simple fact of the matter, Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut, will actually be released on March 18th of this year on HBO Max. If everybody doesn't remember Justice League, it was Zack Snyder's failed experiment in which Josh Whedon was called in to clean up the mess. And now, because of so many fanboys complained that Zack Snyder never really got his due, that he was actually given a chance to go back and redo his own cut, which will come out on March the 18th. Did you like Justice League, Chad?
Yes, I love Justice League. It's one of my favorite movies.
Okay. Well, you're gonna love this movie because guess how long this movie's gonna be?
3 hours.
Have you been paying attention?
No.
Good guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. You're actually very right.
I got it from in-game because I knew they would do with in-game stuff.
Okay, that's fair. I can't knock you for
The only
that.
thing that I know is that it would have. I thought it was 2 hours, but then I got it with 3 hours.
No, you're completely good. That works. Good guess. But yes, Justice League, Zack Snyder cut is going to be a little over 3 hours, so prep accordingly because it's definitely going to test you. But also that being said, like I said before, if you see my podcast before about the movie, I have zero qualms about it. And at the same time, I hope for a lot of you Zack Snyder fanboys that this is going to validate you. I don't think it will be, but again, hey, you got one fan, Chad, who is a fan of Justice League, so that's one. But also, that being said, let me give a quick review of WandaVision, episode 4. So if you have not seen WandaVision, the most recent episode yet, this is going into spoiler territory, so feel free to mute me for the next couple of minutes or just really click me off because I'm just going to go through it very quickly and sum up episode 4 the best way I can. Wanda is the villain.
Yep.
There is no other way I can say this because the entire episode 4 proved one and one thing alone. Wanda is the villain. She has literally created a town out of nothing. She has created Vision to deal with her trauma, and at the same time, she wants to not realize that reality is kicking in because now everybody is starting to be aware of this town that she's created. And at the same time, I got one question. Where's the beekeeper? Because me and Kelly were watching this episode, and of course, we see what happened with Monica Rambeau, the daughter of Captain Marvel, which now she's still alive after being kicked out of the WandaVision universe.
Yes.
And then you see a couple of familiar faces come back to the series. You see Darcy, and you see the FBI agent, FBI agent Wu, and of course they're trying to figure out, why is and I've been saying this from Jump Street about WandaVision. I think WandaVision was her way of dealing with grief since losing Vision after Infinity War, and now I think it's all going to come to a head. But so far, I guess as a Disney fan, I know, Chad, you haven't seen episode 4 yet.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
So what's your opinion on it?
My opinion is Wanda created the town because when they went to that town, there was an invisible barrier, and I would have punched it.
But you can go through it.
Yeah, you could stick your fingers through it, and then you get sucked in.
Yeah.
And if Wanda didn't want you there, she would have kicked you out very fast. You would.
Oh yeah, you was done, and you saw that happen. You saw it happen in episode 3 where she kicked Monica out. Even though it's kind of funny the way they did episode 4. Episode 4 was kind of running along episodes 1, 2, and 3 because it's following after the blip, which is basically everybody coming back from the snap that the Incredible Hulk did back in Endgame. So it's an interesting story about episode 4. I still think it's great, and still will continue to watch WandaVision, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. Wanda is the villain. I'm going to go ahead and say that as loud as humanly possible because technically she really is at this point. But again, like I said, can't be mad about WandaVision. Can't be mad about Batwoman. Have you seen an episode of Batwoman yet?
No.
You have not seen
Mom will not let me watch Batwoman, and I
Okay, well I can't.
I know who Batwoman is, but I've not seen the TV show.
Okay,
or
so
the movie.
okay, you can't watch Batwoman. Okay, well I can't go against your mama. Your mama says you can't watch it. I can't help you with that. Okay. But I will give an example about Batwoman. Like I said, Batwoman with the black girl on CW has been great at this moment. I would sit there and say after 3 episodes of watching it, I think Batwoman may actually turn this around. Batwoman having a black female lead on the CW. If you have not seen it, you really should. It's actually a lot better, and I think this actually might save the series. Although, for the simple fact of the matter, you still may see Black Lightning as its final season. The Flash will be coming back. DC's Legends of Tomorrow will be coming back. Have you seen any of the CW shows besides The Flash? Don't tell me you're banned from watching those two.
Never seen them.
You've never seen The Flash?
I have seen The Flash.
Okay, so you saw one. Have you seen Arrow?
Yes.
Okay, that's 2. Okay, I thought you got banned for a second. Like, what are you not?
My mom made me watch Green Arrow. She made me watch Green Arrow. I didn't have a choice to watch Green Arrow.
But you liked it though.
No.
You still don't like it?
Because it makes no sense when Green Arrow has already his own TV show.
Okay.
And they put him in the Flash. He already has his own TV show.
Well, that's the Arrowverse. All the shows are supposed to be in the same universe.
Okay, now I don't understand.
That's okay. We'll work on you. we'll work on you, Chad. That's all right.
I don't understand DC that much, so
Don't worry. The fact that you don't understand DC you understand DC.
I understand Marvel, but not DC.
Yes, because I'll put it that way. Understand, I get you on that one, but we'll work on you because DC. It takes a while to understand DC. Trust me, as a person who's been reading DC comics for almost 30 years, I still don't get it. But beyond that, guys, we do got some other news before we get to these other couple of before we get to our last trailers. Video games that are going to be delayed, and this kind of hurt my heart a little bit. Video games like Outriders is going to be delayed because it was supposed to be released very soon on February 2nd. It's actually been pushed back to April 1st. Outriders was another looter shooter that was supposed to be coming out on the PS5. Elite Dangerous Odyssey was another game I'm looking at. Unfortunately, it got pushed back to this later this year in the fall, which means we probably won't see that till September, November. Hogwarts Legacy, for all those that were looking forward to playing as Harry Potter in an open world.
Harry Potter!
Yep. Also got delayed back to 2022. So it'll be another year before we can see it. And also the other one that hurt my heart was Returnal, which we won't see until a little bit later this April because it was supposed to come out on March 19th. Now all these games that we're talking about, unfortunately, were victims of COVID because people have learned from Cyberpunk 2077 and other games. They can't rush it to where, some people paid $60 to watch something that was crappy. And trust me, I can tell you from Cyberpunk 2077, they did make some improvements. But again, it's kind of crappy. So I know, Chad, you're probably looking for a Harry Potter game because I showed you that.
Yes.
You just want to be able to play. What are you actually? Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff? What are you?
Gryffindor.
My man, respect. All right, cool, respect.
I have no interest in Hufflepuff, Slytherin, or the other team.
Okay, no. This Gryffindor. You just need to understand Gryffindor and everybody else below us. That's all you need to know. Slytherin. No. We don't say Slytherin in this house. That's Slytherin and Hufflepuff. We don't Ravenclaw. We're good. This is
Ravenclaw.
We are a house Gryffindor, sir.
This is House Gryffindor, and everyone must respect that.
Yes. That's the best way you can say it. His house Gryffindor. Everybody else is second. So.
Everybody else is with Hufflepuff.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back to haunt us. But just because we said Gryffindor and everybody else is second. But before we got here, guys, like I said before, there is one other thing I did want to actually talk about. Was a new game, and this game is interesting because if you're like me, I do like games that are just being announced that are out there. Now, of course, I did talk about Resident Evil Village, which that's going to be coming out very soon. I know that's probably not going to be a game that you want to watch.
My dad has Resident Evil.
And you didn't watch him. You didn't watch your dad play Resident Evil, did you?
No.
You think it's scary?
I do.
Okay.
Because he had it on the Switch, I think.
Okay, so Resident Evil is survival horror. So survival horror is meant to scare you.
And my dad told me that there's this dude following him around and following him.
Oh, he's playing
in his house. And he keeps trying to eliminate him.
Oh, he's probably playing 3. There's one called Nemesis where it follows him out through the game. But again, not to get away from this, guys, another game that's going to be coming out soon. I just found the trailer for it called The Day Before. And let me know you guys' thoughts on this because I'm kind of on the fence about this one.
Welcome to the short gameplay demonstration trailer for The Day Before, an upcoming open-world multiplayer survival game. The Day Before features a huge, stunningly detailed post-apocalyptic world destroyed by a terrible virus.
I'm running out of fuel.
Great, man. Awesome.
We'll look around here, I guess.
Shall we split up?
Yep.
I'll find out what's in the skyscraper.
Okay, and I'll look around here. Let's see what we have here. All right. I have found a great cowboy hat. Tell her everything's all right. And there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
Listen up. This is Woodbury Survivor Colony speaking. If you can hear this message, it means that we have opened our doors for new survivors. We can give you food and shelter and ensure your safety. Here are the coordinates.
Did you hear that?
Yep, I got a message too.
Great. Maybe I can sell my junk there and get myself a better rifle.
Let's find some fuel and go.
In the survivor colony, you can sell and buy any items, as well as cooperate with other players.
Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 fresh hands, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge.
In The Day Before, you can enter abandoned buildings and take whatever you want. The main thing is to be careful, because not all players are friendly.
Let's pick up some supplies and get out of here. Let's check it out.
Oh shit. Got company. Could use some help now.
The things are about to get heated.
Over here! You bastard! Holy shit!
Dude, there's too many of them. I gotta go upstairs.
Okay, I'm running toward you.
The snowstorm is starting right now, and the temperature is falling fast. Remember that when you shoot and make unnecessary noise, it can attract unwanted guests even more terrifying than other players. The world of The Day Before is teeming with hungry hordes of bloodthirsty infected, ready to tear you to pieces.
Phew, that was close. You should have seen this shit.
It seems he dodged a bullet. Now he's crafting a bandage so he doesn't die from bleeding.
Hey, are you upstairs already? Shit. Psst, where are you? What
The Day Before.
So that was actually the trailer for The Day Before. It was kind of like a side story. Now, of course, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, if you're a fan of Resident Evil, if you're a fan of just really anything Dead Space related or survival horror, this is going to be up your alley. Now, of course, The Day Before was just announced today. We might actually see this sometime. They haven't actually gave a release date on this as of yet. So we probably will get more information about this as the months come along. I'm interested in it. I know, Chad, because you couldn't see the trailer for obvious reasons. That's probably going to be one of those you have to wait till your older situations. But you know what we can watch, though? The Mighty Ducks. You shake your head. The Mighty Ducks is a wonderful treasure. And I have to ask your mom, how does she not show you about the Mighty Ducks? Does she know about the Mighty Ducks?
She might know because Mighty Ducks is old.
So wait, the Mighty Ducks.
So
wait,
1998 or something like that.
So wait, 1998 is old?
Yes. Why are you laughing?
So 1990. Okay, that knocked the wind out of my sails for a minute. But all right, we're gonna have to rectify that. But anyway, that's all the information that we have, guys. So I do want to thank Chad for being my co-pilot on this one. So before I do get out of here, I do have to do some shameless plugging about this. First and foremost, thank you everybody who liked and commented, shared, and started to watch parties. We certainly do appreciate that, don't we, Chad? Also, some shameless plugging to get out the way. Another friend of mine who did share the show, I'm going to talk about Vaughn, Big BZA Dot on Facebook, has his own couple of podcasts, which will be returning very soon. Just to go ahead and give a little bit of information that we have on this, guys. With Vaughn's podcast, I'll start with the VSTs. The VSTs is a news podcast. That news can be music, video games, or movie trailers he loves to show. I call him the king of weird trailers because he always finds the weirdest trailers to basically talk about. And again, it's always interesting itself, whatever he comes up with. So definitely a good show from there. Another one, just for the purposes of the young ears of the room, we're going to call this RAF because this is an entertainment podcast where he shows videos related to a certain theme. If you definitely like to laugh, then it definitely is up your alley. So definitely take a look at that as well. And also his other podcast I'm looking forward to when he comes back is Rhythmness, where you can remember yourself the rhythm, in which we go over music that either he brings or he asks us to bring to the table. Since we're all different on the musical scale, but hey, differences in music lead to great conversations. That's what the Rhythmness Music Podcast is all about. And finally, he does a pop-up show called Fonkin' Around, which basically is him making beats like this. Now, anybody that knows Vaughn knows that he likes making beats, and hopefully he comes back into the pond. But he definitely do a pop-up show called Fonkin' Around, which, depending on how he feels, maybe once a day, maybe 3 times a day. It just depends on how he feels inspired. But you can definitely go to his Facebook page at BigVZA Dot and be able to see all his podcasts from there, and definitely like, share, and subscribe. And if you're not his friend, look him up. He's friendly sometimes. Aside from that, do you like to have shirts done? Do you like to have certain apparatuses? Do you have an idea that should be put on a shirt, a mug, apron, what have you? Well, Little Creations by Kelly is definitely the area you want to go to. As you can see, this is just a sample of her work that she's done, especially this shirt that she did for me called Lock Life, because I do believe that locks are beautiful. They are definitely not dreadful. And of course, she used me as a model because apparently I'm ruggedly handsome in a 3X. But that being said, like I said before, it's not all about Christmas stuff. Also, if you have kids that have birthday parties, if you need masks done, if you have a certain idea that can be done reasonably, that way she'll actually be able to help you with it. Definitely reach out to Little Creations by Kelly on Facebook to let her know of your idea, and she'll be able to let you know if it's done possible. Like I said, almost everything's reasonable to a certain point. Beyond that, also guys, it is Valentine's Day. What I mean by I'm sorry, that was completely wrong. We are counting down to Valentine's Day because it's already the end of June. We're about to be the end of January in 2 days. Think about this. This is
Groundhog Day.
When's Groundhog Day?
You don't know what Groundhog Day is?
I'm old.
How do you not know what Groundhog Day is?
No, I don't know what day. I know what Groundhog's Day is. I don't know what day. Do you know what day?
February 2nd.
February 2nd is Groundhog's Day?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
My art teacher told us.
Okay, I'll take your word for it that the fact we're depending on an animal to tell us whether or not it's going to be 6 more weeks of winter. But anyway, that just messed that. I just got completely lost in my promo. So what I was going to say was, aside from Chad correcting me on when this Groundhog's Day, for fellas, like I said, Valentine's Day is coming up. And at the same time, you don't want to be where without. At the same time, Tanya's Touch of Elegance is here to talk about her Valentine's Day special.
Hi, I'm Tanya with Tanya's Touch of Elegance. And during this COVID time, trying to stay safe, we are going to present a Valentine's Day special for 2. I'm going to present this video, and you just give me a call or text me at the end of the video and let me know if you're interested, and we can have a dinner for 2 delivered to you. I will have the prices forthcoming by the end of the week, but just a little something to pique your interest. Thank you.
so that's actually Tanya's Touch of Elegance. Not only does she does catering, she does a Valentine's Day special for all you cold cats and kittens out there. So if you do want to go ahead and take advantage of this special, it is, of course, reserved by Facebook Messenger at Tanya's Touch of Elegance, or the number that you do see at the bottom. I do believe right now that she still has a cutoff date. Correct me if I'm wrong about this. Miss Tanya, if the cutoff date is going to be February the 8th. If not, please correct me in the comments. So, fellas, you have up until February 8th to get your orders in, because trust me, if you forget about Valentine's Day, it's going to be a cold weekend for you. Chad, I know you're not going to know anything about Valentine's Day yet, so you're good.
I don't know what Valentine's Day is.
Oh, no, sir. You don't, sir. You know about Valentine's Day, but you don't know. You don't know. That's about the best way I can put this, Chad.
What do you mean?
I'll come back to you in 10 years. How about, you know what? I'll come back to you in 7 years, and I'll tell you why. But for right now, just understand you're safe. Nothing is required of you. You know the funny part is, you're actually in the best age right now. Nothing is required of you except to go to school. That's it. You lucky duck.
And being part of podcast and doing podcast.
I'm just saying, you lucked out. Don't trust me, in about 7 years, it's going to change for you. And also, the last thing I got, guys, before I talk about myself, aside from that, have you thought about traveling? Because a brother does have a travel service. I call Uncle Obi's Adventures and More. So basically, if you like to get away, whether it's to get out of town, get out of country, go on a cruise, go see Antarctica, go see Brazil, go see any other place that doesn't have COVID yet, I can actually help you with that. Whether it's renting a car, whether it's renting a hotel, whether it's doing all the above, whether you're trying to plan for the family or just trying to plan for yourself. The simple fact of the matter is, I can definitely do that and do it for you cheaper than Hotel Expedia and all those other places that are pretty much just trying to run you money and send your information off to Uncle Sam. Pretty much, guys, what I'm saying is, let me be your travel concierge, because at Uncle Obi's Adventures and More, we just don't sell travel, we sell memories. And at the same time, guys, because this is a new business that I am opening, I am going to be doing a referral contest that's going to run for a couple of months. And I'm going to go ahead and also repeat this on my other podcast as well. So I am going to be doing a referral service. I'm going to come out and say it. If you refer people to Uncle Obi's Adventures and More for travel, and they book with me, as far as booking anything, whether it's a rental car, whether it's hotel, things of that nature, if they book with me and you send them to me, I do believe in giving back and paying it forward. You will get a $100 referral for every person that does sign up booking travel with me. That is $100 cash that comes to you. And I'm sorry, in this day and age, everybody can use $100, and there is no limit on referrals. So you could probably make bank off my tail sending people to me that sign up for travel. So again, that's going to be running. That's going to be it's not just going to be a monthly thing. That is going to be my statement that I do for everybody. So as long as you send them to me, and as long as they book travel with me, it's $100 guaranteed in your pocket. And again, there's no limit on that. Definitely send them to Uncle Obi's Adventures and More from the Facebook page that you just saw there. Now, aside from that, guys, I do have my own podcast schedule. It has changed slightly a little bit. Every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. is the Burned Out Podcast, in which I tell stories from an IT background. So if you've worked in customer service, you've worked in retail, you've worked with the public, and you've got some special stories, then the Burned Out Podcast is going to be for you, because it's meant to be funny. If you find it funny, great. If you don't find it funny, then you need to lighten up, because I'm basically talking about you. Of course, every Wednesday now between 8-10 p.m. will be the How the Frack We Got Here, my U.S. political news podcast, in which you go over everything in the world that is pretty much being burned down and try to make sense out of it all. Like I said, the only thing different about this podcast is we're not out to change your mind. We're not trying to persuade you. We are simply trying to inform you and allow you to make up your own mind. Of course, this also runs on Wednesdays and also on Saturdays between 10 a.m. to noon as well. And of course, Friday nights between 8-10 p.m. is the Git Bit Podcast that you're currently seeing right now. And a little bit later on Saturday night between 8-10 p.m. will be the Off Limits Podcast. Why is it off limits? Because we talk about the subjects that nobody dares to talk about. Nothing because it's too taboo and all this stuff. I say bump that. The only way we move forward as a people is to talk about those subjects and come to a consensus. So all of my shows can be found found under my Facebook page at William Buchanan, and also my shows and podcasts and travel pages have their own YouTube and Facebook pages. So whether on Facebook or YouTube, you can look over their names. You can look over the Burned Out Podcast, How the Frack We Got Here, the Off Limits Podcast, and Git Bit. That is GITBIT. Of course, for Git Bit, the link at the bottom, if you copy and paste that into your browser, will take you to the Git Bit YouTube page to where you can see every podcast I've done this far. That being said, guys, like I said before, COVID-19 is real. Please wear a mask. Please be safe. Only go out if you have to. Please avoid large crowds if you can. Like I said, cases are still getting higher. ICU beds are getting less. We need to be able to do what we can to help out everybody, and if this means that you just got to wear a mask and be a little bit smart about where you go out to, it can actually go a long way. At the same time, guys, if you're a nurse, a doctor, nurse's aide, doctor's aide that's watching this podcast, I do thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are just like teachers right now that are teaching remotely, and educators that have to find other ways of making sure everybody gets to where they need to go. You guys right now are the real MVPs doing the work that's been exhausting, both physically and mentally. And like I said before, if I was y'all should be hitting Biden and Kamala Harris up about getting them student loans wiped out. Aside from that, if you're an essential worker, also thank you guys that work in retail, fast food, customer service, basically grocery stores, gas stations, truck drivers, those that work in warehouses like Amazon, and those that work in logistics like United States Postal Service, UPS, DHS, FedEx, and all those other places. A lot of us are able to work from home, and that's great. A lot of us were not able to work from home, unfortunately, did not have that luxury, but thank you guys for really making sure that you're protected as well, keeping the lights on for the rest of us. Aside from that, Chad, you gotta stop yawning because your grandma caught you. She caught you yawning.
I'm tired.
You can't be tired. How are you 7 and you're tired?
It's 8 o'clock in.
You old man. It's 8. Are you about to say it's 8 o'clock? It's actually 10 o'clock. It's actually 10 o'clock. Really? You almost want to say it's 8 o'clock, you old man. Okay. And you said it. You called me old. Well,
I didn't.
Well, you pretty much said 1999's old, so that hit me right here. But that being said, I do want to thank Chad for riding shotgun on with me. This has been definitely fun. But that's all being said, guys, thank you all for watching Get Bit. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend, and like I said, hope to see you tomorrow for How the Frack We Got Here. But aside from that, Chad, anything you want to say to the folks before we out?
I want to say, if any of y'all get something like the day before,
you didn't even see it.
Don't let me know.
Oh, I can't tell you anyway. I can't even show you Dead Space. As much as I want to show you Dead Space, you wouldn't get no sleep. So beyond that, guys, like I said, Chad, between me and Chad, this has been Get Bit for tonight, guys. Thank you all for watching. We are out. Peace.